Hi guys, and welcome back to this week's vlog. Today's vlog we are going out in the trailer. This will be Dan's second time. Funnily enough, I was just thinking about it. So we haven't been out in the trailer since our last lesson, which was the 29th of March, and today is actually the 29th of April. So exactly a month ago today we went out in the trailer. Now that wasn't planned for it to be the exact month, it's just how it's fell, and I was just thinking, oh, today's the 29th, and I was thinking the last time we went out was 29th. But yes, we are going to a different place, which I have been before, but I've never taken Danny before. Dan has probably been there with his previous owner, but I've never taken him. So I'm going to basically a sand school, which is only about 20 minutes away from here. Some lady who, again, never had a lesson with, never actually heard of her. I just saw her advertised on Facebook and I thought it looked really good. So we're going for another pole work lesson like we did last month, but just with a different instructor basically. Obviously normally I have lessons with Zara, who I highly cannot recommend enough, and I will be continuing having lessons with her. She's mainly my show jumping instructor, but I will still probably go and have pole work lessons because I really enjoyed our last one. She had us going really well, so I'm not stopping having my lessons with Zara. It was actually Zara that shared the post on Facebook of this lady, and I thought, oh, that looks like good fun, I'm gonna give it a go. I was actually gonna go to the last one, which was last week. She's gonna be holding them every Tuesday evening. She's doing 2 slots because it's still not light enough to go too late, so she's doing a 5:45 lesson and then a 6:45 lesson. So we are going tonight at 6:45. That's the earliest I could get there, but yeah, she's going to be doing them every Tuesday. It is a group lesson, so I'm not on my own, but yeah, it should be good fun. It's only 20 minutes away and it's a new place to be, so yeah, we're going to go and do some pole work, and yeah, it should be good fun. So I've just got him in now. He had a bath yesterday because he's desperately needed one for ages. So I've just got to brush him, and I plaited his tail last night, so I've just got to brush that out. And I've got Mittens' hay currently, it's been soaked all day, but I've got it out so that she can have that because that'll be her evening net. My mum has gone to pick up the trailer and she should be here any minute. I packed the car last night with my saddle and everything. Just got to put my hat in because I have that for work. So yeah, I've just got to put that in, but everything's packed. It is such a hot day today. He is not going to need to be travelled in a rug, but I just got to put it in the car just in case he needs it for on the way home. And I've just got to put his travel boots on. So yeah, it's super chill. I need to be left here for about 10 to 6 because I want to give enough chance to like tack up, and it's right on rush hour. It might be busy with traffic. But yeah, but I've just gone to get some tea because if I don't eat now, I'm not going to eat till really late tonight because my lesson's not going to finish until like nearly 8. So yeah, and then by the time I get back here, it's going to be ridiculously late and I'm hungry. So I've gone and picked up sausage and chips on the way here. Well, cheesy chips actually, and I'm going to eat that now. Dan the man is a little bit porky, guys. I'm fully aware. He's been on haylage all winter. But you've put on a bit of weight since we've had a lot of rain. The grass has gone right up and his belly seemed to have bloated. So I cut down his haylage, but I just couldn't shift any weight off him. So he's now on hay, and he's a very sensitive boy considering he is a native and cross of a cob. He coughs with it, so he has to have his hay soaked, which on a plus side, he's going to lose some weight because he's not on the haylage anymore. It's being soaked, so any goodness in the hay is coming out. He doesn't get soaked like Mittens, so Mittens gets soaked for 12 hours. Dan's just gets dipped in and out because I'm not really soaking it to get like the sugar out as such because he's fine. I'm soaking it just to get the dust out basically, and he's very fussy. He doesn't like it if it's soaked for too long, so it literally gets dunked enough and then it's out. So yeah, actually in this angle he looks all right weight wise, but on some angles I do think to myself, oh my goodness, but he might have lost a little bit of weight. But I'm so pleased with how he's looking. The shine on him is just incredible, and I gave him his last clip not yesterday, the day before. I was umming and ahhing whether to, because it's quite late for me to clip. I normally do his last clip like end of March, beginning of like April, maybe middle of April. That's like normally my latest I would clip. But I clipped him the end of March and that was gonna be his last clip. But I think the weather's just been really weird, where it's been really hot, we've had a period, and then it kind of changed a little bit wintry again, and his coat, I don't think, was really sure what to do. It was all over the place, which I'm sure you guys can relate to that with your horses. Daisy! Sorry, my dog. Daisy! Daisy! I'm sure you guys can relate as well. So I saw the weather forecast that it's going to be getting up to like 24 degrees today. Not today, this week. So I thought, right, he can have one last clip and that's it. So he's being clipped, so he shouldn't get hot this evening. He's had a nice bath, so he's squeaky clean, and yeah, I'm really pleased with how he's looking, but he does need to shift a little bit of weight, which will slowly happen. So yes, I'm giving him a brush. I've just took his plait out and brushed his tail. He's got a nice curly tail. So I've just got to brush it over his body, and then he is pretty much done. I can get his net out, put it into the trailer. The trailer's just got here. And then I'll put his travel boots on and get him loaded, and I'm going to get Dawn in as well. I thought we would do the checks. I've put my riding hat in the car, got my saddle, my bridle. I'm riding him in my show bridle because I want to get out and about in it. Got my long riding boots, a nose net because it is that time of year now where Dan wears one out hacking, and I'm not sure what the pollen is like. He doesn't normally have to wear one in the school. He's normally just out hacking, but I thought I'd just take it because I don't want it to ruin the ride if it's annoying him. Obviously my numner, we're just going black today. I've got my breastplate, I've got his cooler, and I've got my girth. Yes, I've got his little shin pads that I have to put on, and then he's got his brushing boots and overreach boots on. Put on once we're there. So yeah, bridle, saddle, girth, numnut, his shin pads, his brushing boots, my long riding boots, my hat, nose net just in case. So yeah, that's all gravy. So I've also made sure that I've got a container of water because it's extremely hot, and regardless whether it's a boiling hot day or if it's not a hot day, you need to make sure you take water for your horse. To give him a drink after. Not that Dan, he hardly ever drinks when we're out in the trailer. Sometimes he does, but he might today because it's quite warm, and obviously to wash him down, but he shouldn't get that sweaty because he's literally got a fresh clip. But always take it just in case with bucket, sponge and sweat scrape. So that's done. He's all brushed, he's basically ready to go. I've just got to put travel boots on. He's going to do another poo, and I've just taken some out from when he come in. I'm going to get Dawny in because we're not going to get home until like back here till like gone 8 o'clock, and I know she'll want to come in before then. She had a breakfast out in the field this morning. Dawny, come on! Because everyone else's horses are out, she's not that bothered about staying out. I've also got to get Frank in, which is not our pony obviously, but we do him most evenings. We get him in most nights. Come on, Dawny Kings! We have got Frank in, so we joke and call him our adoptive horse because we do him quite a lot of times. We always bring him in the evening and always let him out in the mornings, and then sometimes we have to muck out his stable if his owner can't get here, or his owner will come up in the day, muck him out, get his stable done, and then we've just got to bring him. So yeah, we call him our adoptive horse because we do him a lot, don't we, Frankie boy? And he's just such a lovely pony. He's 27, but he's just so sweet, and yeah, I love him as if he is my own pony, to be honest. But he used to be in that stable there next to Dan, but he's now moved stables, haven't you, Frankie boy? You've only been in here a few days. Sorry guys, my phone's going in and out of focus. But he's a very happy boy, aren't you? Didn't have to muck him out today. He won't come up, but I will put his fleece on later on, but it's far too hot to put it on him now. But yeah, when we come back it'll be cool enough and I will put it on him. So yeah, he's Dan's next door neighbour. I need to get your poo out, don't I, bud? Oh my goodness, Dan, you are looking mighty fine. Yes, if you was a little bit slimmer you'd look even better, but you still look fine. Hey bud, you good boy. He definitely knows that he's going out in the trailer. Well, he can see it, but he knew before my mum even arrived that we were doing something. Right guys, I'm waiting for Dawn to come in. She'll come in at her own time. But so this will be my first group lesson back with Danny, which I said last time, oh, he's probably gonna be really excited. His first outing, you know, hasn't been out for a year. Like, he's probably gonna be extremely excited. And he was honestly so chilled. Like, he surprised me, he surprised Zara, because Zara always sees him really like excitable and forward, and he wasn't not forward, he was still forward, but I was just expecting him to be excited because he hadn't been anywhere for a year. But he was such a good boy and so chilled. But today, because there's a group, I'm not sure if there's 3 or 4 people in our lesson today. So he might get a little bit excited having more than one. So we will see. But because it is warm, he might be more chilled. So we'll just have to see, won't we, Dan? And also it's a new venue that he hasn't been to, so it might be slightly more exciting. Or I might be like I said last time and he'd be really calm. Hey bud? I have got his travel boots. They are just the Lemur ones. You guys will have seen them loads of time. They're dirty from his last outing because I thought there's no point cleaning them because we'll probably go out in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, I'll put them on in a minute. So Dan the man has got his travel boots on, much to his disgust. He's fine once they're on, but when he sees them, he just walks around the stable a bit. But protection is key, Dan. So I've just got to put his head collar on and he's ready to go. The man is ready. I've put his net in. I'm just going to put my can on the floor. Come on, bud. He is such a good boy. Let me see if it can... He hasn't got a massive net because he doesn't really eat when we travel. Also, we're not going far, and because it's soaked, it goes all like horrible, so I didn't want to give him too much because he'll have fresh when he comes home, won't you, bud? Put his safety clip on. Right. Probably, I don't know if he will know where we are. He might do. He might think he's going to the beach, actually. That's probably where he'll think he's going. Hopefully it won't be too long, Dan, and we'll be able to do some beach trips. Hey, bud? I've arrived, guys. And I'm going to get him out. We've got plenty of time, so we're not going to be rushing, are we, baby? Hello. Good boy, where are we, Dan? Let's make sure this is popped in. Good boy, and he wouldn't eat anything. To be fair, it's such a short journey. Good boy. He's such a smart boy. Right, come out, careful. Why won't this come out? You can tell we haven't been out of the trailer for a long time, Dan. Steady. Good boy. Right, tie him up, get your net. Where are we, bud? Do not embarrass me. Happy boy, he's got his hay, so I'm going to take his travel boots off and put his brushing boots on. Good boy. So the boots Dan is wearing today are the Lemur Pro Shell brushing boots, which he's had for, God, easily 5 years, I reckon. But yep, they are nice and protective for him when going over poles. And he is wearing just the Lemur rubber overreach boots with the sheepskin fluff on top. And there we go, his little leggies are all protective, aren't they, bud? Hey, right, I'm going to put his saddle on now, aren't we, bud? I've got Dan's saddle on, so he's wearing his black close contact number, obviously his jump saddle. I've rang up the saddle fitter to come out to do his GP, but I'm like on the list and I need to ring them back up to find out when. But so he's riding his jump saddle for flat at the moment, annoyingly, and then he's wearing his PS of Sweden breastplate, which is kind of competition / what we do for lessons and that. I've just taken the martingale bit off because we're going to be wearing double reins. So yeah, I'll put his bridle on in a minute. Good boy. Okay, so we are now into our lesson, and here I'm just warming up. So the other girl that is in my lesson, she had been in there for quite a while before I even come in, so she was already like a lot further ahead of the warm-up than what obviously me and Dan were. So I walked around for quite a bit. I like to give a decent warm up and cool down. Even more so now with Dan's leg since doing his injury. I think it's extremely important. Now at this point I had walked around quite a few times before coming into trot, but my mum didn't film right from the beginning. So yeah, we had a little trot. Dan wasn't like spooky or anything, but this is his first time coming to this arena, so he did have a little look. And apologies guys, because the first few videos that my mum got was portrait instead of landscape, and I had to tell her to go landscape, but luckily I've managed to zoom it in to get it landscape, but there might be a few portrait videos which I'm apologise about. But yeah, literally just trotting around, and then I have a little canter, but in this lesson it was just walking, trotting over the poles, and then each time we go we'll do the cantering. But yeah, it's really beneficial lesson.
When I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things you took from me, I know that I am so much better. When I look at what I've done now that we're apart, when I look at what I've won, I've come so far. I know I'm so much better off, and baby, you don't belong. I could feel it in my bones.
So here is our first exercise. The instructor is talking us through what we've got to do. So the poles are on a slight angle, which is where we'll do a circle, which is really good for getting your horses bend. So yeah, it was really good for Dan because he struggles on one rein with his bend, so it's really good exercise for him both. So we had to do it obviously on both reins. So we started it off in walk and then done it in trot, and it was also working on my shoulders as well. But yeah, it's a really good exercise, but also it makes him really think, and it is quite hard work, especially for Dan as he hasn't done something like this since his injury. But no, he was a really good boy doing it, which you guys will see in a minute. So we are now going on to our first exercise, and it is real hard work and really builds up your horse's core. So I didn't do too much of this because although we've been doing pole work for a fair few months now, we've been doing raised poles and we've been doing all sorts, I would say this was the hardest that Dan's done so far, and he coped with it absolutely fine, but I just didn't want to overdo it with him because this was at the beginning of the session. I wanted to make sure, you know, he was able to do the whole session. So we done it for a fair while, and then we done some trotting as well, and my instructor was really nice. Oh, this is me telling my mum to do it the other way, filming the other way. But yeah, my instructor was really good because she said, you know your horse, if you feel that that's enough for him, then, you know, stop and we'll move on to something else, or give him a breather. Now we do a solid like 45 minutes of him not stopping, like doing trotting, cantering, and we will do a short bit of walk, so he is used to not stopping. But obviously this is a lot more hardcore for him, but it's really good for him as well, and he done it really well. But you can see with my shoulders I need to go with him more, turn, which was something that we were focusing on. But yeah, I think Dan really enjoyed it. Right, I'm going to leave you with some music now guys, instead of keep listening to my voice.
Show me what it's like to be circling among the clouds, because without you by my side, I would be stuck here on the ground. You're lighting up the way, I can see the road ahead of me. I won't be stumbling in the dark. Your eyes are shining like the stars. I was down until you saved me, until you set me free. My eyes were closed, now I see clear as day, and I just wanted to say that you can take me high. Feels like I can fly. You can take me high. I can see the sun staring at you when you make that smile. I'm moving closer to you now. I can't get close enough somehow. And I was down until you saved me, until you set me free. My eyes were closed, now I see clear as day. And I just wanted to say that you can take me high. Feels like I can fly. I don't need anybody, I don't need anybody else. No one will ever take me, no one will ever take me away from you. I promise I will hold on to you. I don't know what I'd do without you. Without you. You can take me high. Feels like I can fly. You can take me high. Feels like I can fly. You can take me high.
I don't take no chances. Fill up all the blanks with lemon sprinkled ice. Please don't ask me twice. Rhythm got me bouncing, bottles got me crashing. Don't you know? Don't you know that I'm just in it for the thrill of it? I just wanna get the hang of this, and I know there is no cure. We're moving till we're drowning idea. I'm just in it for the thrill of it. I just wanna get the hang of this, and I know there is no cure. Drowning idea. I'm just in it for the highlight drift in the high life, just the high feel living in the high life drift.
So here we were doing serpentines. Now that is something that I really struggle with, doing a serpentine. So the girl in front went first, and we'd go through the cones, and then we'd go over two little poles, and then we would come back round through some cones again, which is our one little serpentine, and then we come back over some more poles, and then we come back round through the cones, which Dan got a little bit keen here. I think it's because he got excited because there was another horse in front of him. Apologies guys, my mum's filming is not great. But what we was meant to do is we was meant to turn left to finish off the serpentine, but we got it wrong. So yeah, we come back round and done it again. But yeah, Dan definitely woke up. He was quite steady at the beginning of the lesson, which I was quite surprised about. But as soon as we started this, he woke up, and just across the road there was people playing football, which were making like banging noises and things. So I really slowed him down because I didn't want to get too close to the pony in front of me. But yeah, he was very, very keen. He was getting strong, so I just slowed my rising down, so I don't see the point of constantly keep pulling on the reins with him. Sometimes you just have to tweak your rein to be like, no, listen to me. But if you keep pulling on him, he just gets stronger and he'll just pull on you even more. So yeah, I just really slowed down my rising, and oh, my mum did actually follow the camera here. And then yeah, we come back through the cones, turn left to finish off our serpentine. Then he found the fence very, very spooky, even though he's ridden past it I don't know how many times. He's such a funny boy. And then we come round and done it a few more times. So this time I carried on going around, and I went in front and the other pony come behind me, but we actually done it the opposite way round this time. Now Serpentines is something that I really want to practice, and this was a really good exercise as well. I don't know why I struggle doing the serpentines, but I do. But since riding at my new job, we do serpentines quite a bit, so it has helped me a lot more. So I am getting better, but there's still a lot of practice that we need to do.
Time, don't you? It all goes low, low, low. I don't wanna talk before the moment slowly slips away. Get a little dirty, baby, nothing you ain't gonna take, yeah. Fire burning like I do under my tattoos. Just a remedy, 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 yeah. And the way you go, baby, don't you know? There's a remedy, 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 yeah. You wanna leave behind? Get all those cold eyes cold looking, or saying bye bye bye. I don't wanna talk before the moment slowly slips away. Get a little dirty, baby, nothing you ain't gonna take, yeah. Fire burning like I do under my tattoos. Just a remedy, 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 yeah. And the way you go, baby, don't you know? There's a remedy, 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 yeah. Darling Palooza, ain't gonna lose ya. I'm gonna do that. Darling Palooza, ain't gonna lose ya. Darling Palooza, ain't gonna lose ya. I'm gonna do that. Darling Palooza, ain't gonna lose ya. Was it hot for you, baby love? Hot for you, baby love. Hot for you, baby love. Hot, 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 hot for you, baby love. Hot for you, baby love. Yeah, yeah. Hot for you, baby love. Hot for you, baby love. Hot for you, baby love. Hot, 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 hot for you, baby love. Hot for you, baby love. Yeah, yeah. Fire burning like I do under my tattoos. Just a remedy, 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 yeah. And the way you go, baby, don't you know? There's a remedy, 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 yeah. Yeah, there's a remedy, remedy, yeah. Oh no. Darling Palooza, ain't gonna lose ya. I'm gonna do that. Darling Palooza, ain't gonna lose ya. There's a remedy, remedy, darling Palooza, ain't gonna lose ya.
Now this is really cool what we had to do. So we had to go up the centre line in between the poles, and we had to try and stay straight. Well, near the end you'll see we went a little bit wonky, but I've never done exercises like this, and this is why I love pole work, because you can do so many different things. And then we come round on our circle, which is what we done right at the beginning of the session, but we was down this end, so we done it at the top end, and then we do that once, and then we come into our serpentine. So yeah, he really woken up, which most horses near the end of the session would start to feel a little bit tired and get a little bit behind the leg, but Dan done it the opposite way around. I just absolutely love his enthusiasm, and you know, with everything that's gone on with his leg and everything, it's just so nice that, no, we don't look the prettiest here, but it's so nice that he is enjoying himself and he is keen and he's up for it, especially when this is like right at the end of our session. So, you know, it does make me really happy to see him like this and enjoying himself and feeling really well. So once we've done the serpentine, we come back down the centre line, and if I'm honest guys, I can't remember if we go back around the little circle again the opposite way. I think we do. Yes, we do. Then we do that once around, and then I think maybe we finished it off. Maybe, I cannot remember guys, it was a few weeks ago now when I done this. Oh no, we're going back up the serpentine but the opposite way around. Oh, and Dan decided to jump that. He's so funny. So yeah, back through the serpentine, and at this moment in time, I was just thinking, steady, Dan, slow your rising, nice and steady. Try and get straight through the cones, which didn't always happen. But yeah, he was very alert. Oh, brought him nice and steady there, and he decided to do a little hop again. But he's such a good boy. And is this our last one? Yes, through the cones. You can't see because the other pony's in the way. Oh, and we come back through. Didn't realise we'd done this. I thought we only done it once. It was only like 2 weeks ago when I actually done this, but I can't even remember what we'd done. Oh no, I only had to do it once and we finished. But no, super happy with him, and that was the end of the session. We just cooled down after. Hey guys, so Dan has been epic for his lesson. He's very well deserved apple. I'm about to have a drink. He's got some water. Good boy. Yeah, he was such a good boy, guys. Just got to take his brushing boots off and put his travel boots on. God, you're being polite, Dan. Normally you try and ram it all in one. So if I get that seed out. Seed out there. Good boy. He's such a good boy. God, normally it's either half and half or whole. Very polite. Is that nice? Good boy. And he's done a poo as well, hasn't he, baby? Good boy. The man has got his travel boots on. And it's still quite warm, so I'm not going to put his rug on. But we're going to load up now, aren't we, bud? And he's just done another poo, guys, just before we leave. We've just picked one up. And then got to pick up another one. But my God, boy, you look smart. Sorry, guys, my phone keeps going in and out of focus. Good boy. Another well-deserved carrot. Good boy. Right, we are ready to hit the road, Jack, aren't we, bud? Good boy. Okay, guys, so we're now on our way back with Dan the man, and I am so proud of him because that was quite hard for him. So obviously we've been doing pole work for quite a while, but that was just a lot more hardcore sort of thing. And it was nice because there was meant to be 4 of us in a group, but she split it, I think, because obviously it was my first time going there, so she wasn't sure what I was bringing. So she kind of like split it for us, but she said like she'll see if we're gonna go into a group of 4 next time, which will be an hour lesson, but obviously you're not gonna have a full-on hour lesson because you'll be stood around waiting for the next person. Or we might just stick to 2, which we will only do half an hour, but half an hour at the moment is like plenty long enough for Dan. We're doing about 45 minutes at home, but we've also got to add on that he is going in the trailer, and this is his 2nd time out in the trailer and then being ridden. So it was plenty enough for him today, time wise, and also what we done. And the lady, she was really nice. She had some really cool exercises for us to do, which I've never done before, and I very much doubt Dan has, and he seemed to really enjoy it. He was really slow and steady. He was like a riding school pony when I first went in there, and I thought, come on Dan, a little bit more enthusiasm. And then the girl that I shared the lesson with, she went in front of me, and then he picked up the speed then and he started, and I was like, oh okay. And then so I followed her and I kept her steady, kept him steady, try not to get too close to her pony in front, and then I went in front, and yeah, he was a lot more keen. As the lesson went on, he just got more keen, but no, he was a really good boy, really pleased with him. And yeah, he did work hard, and I reckon he will be tired tonight, just because he hasn't done anything like that in such a long time. But no, he thoroughly enjoyed it, so did I. The lady was lovely as well. I obviously told her at the beginning of the lesson that he'd done an injury last year and explained that the vet's happy for me to do this, and she said, well, you know your horse, if you think it's a bit too much for him or you want to walk him at any point or anything, then just let me know. But what I did do is I turned my Equilab on, which is basically an app which tracks how much riding you've been doing, how many miles you've done, how much trot, how much canter you've done, and I found that so helpful doing this rehab with Dan. I used it before I had to do rehab with Danny. I used it all the time just because I liked using it and seeing how long we've, like how much trotting we've done. It's good for fitness and things, but it's been really useful with Dan, knowing how many miles I'm doing with him, and knowing how much trotting I'm doing in my flat work, so that I know what I can base it on when I'm going out and doing stuff like today. So yeah, that's been really helpful. I know I've only done just over, I think we did about 35 minutes tonight, which is well, if we'd done another 10 minutes more, we would have still been in our what we've been doing. But yeah, I'll see how much trotting we have done in a minute. But yeah, I love using that app, and I use it for hacking and when I'm at home doing my pole work and all sorts. So yeah, highly recommend. But no, really pleased with Dan, and tomorrow I'm just going to do a nice quiet ride with him, make sure he's still feeling fine, and yeah, he'll probably be tired, and then he can resume back to normal the day after. So I'm going to get him back now, and obviously feed, and it's still quite warm, so he needs a rug on tonight, but we might have to wait a little bit. But no, really happy with him. Yes, hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog. The lady is going to be doing weekly lessons, so she's doing one again next week, which I might do with Dan because we are doing pole work weekly anyway, and she does have some good exercises, and I'm sure she'll do some different ones next week for us. So yeah, I think I might put my name down on it. She's going to put it on group chat, so there will probably be another vlog like this one. So I know you guys want to see Danny and I getting out and about, so we are starting to now, so please stay tuned for upcoming videos, because hopefully we'll start getting out and doing other things, not jumping yet because we're not at that stage, but soon I'll be able to start going out and like in the trailer to do rides and things, and I'm hoping this summer we'll get out to some fun rides. And also guys, remember I've got Mittens as well, and I'm wanting to get her out and about in the next like fun ride or something, so there will be some fun ride vlogs soon. So stay tuned. Please make sure that you like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all in the next one, which might be another pole work one, or might be something with Mittens or something else. So I'll see you all soon. Bye.